guys how much fun I was having at the intro and the outro. I was in the New Year spirit. I can't lie. I was feeling it. I had my music on in the background and I was jamming. So, eyes are primed with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and now I'm putting on the Smashbox Heat Wave Palette. This is the gold shade right there. And I'm applying this all over the lid. I'm going in with the lid shade first rather than the crease shade. That's just how I felt like doing things this particular day. So yes, when I apply my lid shade, I like to go a little bit past where my actual lid ends because I just feel like it's more flattering that way on my eyes personally. Sometimes when you put them lower than you, like as low as you feel you should, like where your lid actually ends, then when you go and blend it out, it'll kind of blend away and it'll look like you just have a really pigmented color halfway on your lid, and then it just turns into a transition color. It just, I don't know, the shape throws me off. I just don't like it personally on me, so this is how I found it is easier for me personally. So I'm putting that all over the lid with a flat definer brush. Then I'm going to go in with this neutral shade right here. It's the third one over in the top row of this palette, and I'm putting this in the crease. So this palette, I can't lie, it's so good. It is so, so good. If you can find this at your CCO, that's where I got mine. They are so blendable, so pigmented. They're just so creamy and smooth. I love them. I love them so much. So yes, if I can find it online or anywhere, I will link it down below, so make sure to check down there. I'm blending this out, and then I'm going to kind of buff it out towards the brow bone so that we have a nice transition. And then I decided, hey, let's have a little fun. So I took this Wet n Wild palette called Your 15 Minutes Aren't Up, weird name, and I took the purple in that palette. I was like, why not? I had this whole idea in my head of, oh, we're going to put purple in the crease and we're going to have this gold on the lid and it's going to look so fabulous, and we're going to put the glitter and black and all this. It was a vision. Then I put this purple on and I was just not having the formula of these shadows. So I went into my e.l.f. palette called, what is it called? What is it called? Party Purple. And I took the second to last shade in that little palette, or quad, I should say, and I put this on. When I was blending it out, as I was like doing this, I was like, Victoria, what did you get yourself into? We look like we have a Lakers jersey on our eyeballs right now. Why did you think these colors were going to complement each other? What are you doing? Should I take this off? I was rethinking all of my life choices at this point. So just bear with me. It will come together. So now I'm taking this black from the A Great Glistener palette from Wet n Wild, and I'm putting this in the crease with a very detailed brush just to kind of make a really thin, defined line in the crease. And then I'm going to kind of deepen up the outer V of my eye. I usually don't do that. I usually leave the outer V of my eye blank and just put the lid color, the crease colors, and I'm good to go. I just feel like it's more flattering that way. But for this particular look, I really wanted the outer V of my eye to have that black and just kind of fade into the gold. I had a vision. I had a vision. You have to let the artist work, you know? So yes, I'm putting that in the outer V of my eye, and then I'm just working that up into the crease. And then you blend, add more, blend, add more. You know the drill. Also, I think there's a part where it just cut me off while I was putting glitter on. So check in the description box. I use the Revlon, what is it called? The Revlon Photo Ready Eye Art. Has like the green and the gold. So I put that all over the lid, straight out of the tube, straight with the applicator. The only thing I will say about the glitters from this is, I don't know if it was just the mixture of the eyeshadow and the glitter together, but it can come off. It'll come off like a whole entire sticker. You could literally just peel off your eyeshadow like as if you just had it tattooed or stickered on somehow. So what I did to prevent it from keep on flaking and lifting is I just kept adding more glitter. Somehow the liquid from the glitter kind of reliquified it and made it go away. So that's just a little tip for you. Also, make sure to check the description box on what I used for my liner, my wing liner, lashes, and my pencil liner. All that stuff will be in the description box because I did that off camera. So yes, here I'm blending with this little Smashbox brush. It's just my favorite. It's like a little mini paddle brush for your eyes. And I dropped something. And I really enjoy it. So I'm blending it out. I did this about 3 times total just to get the intensity that I wanted. once I put the black on, I was like, okay, yes, Victoria, we can do this. This is coming along. Thank you for sticking it out, being patient. So this is how the glitter looks. I just stopped to show you because it cut me off as per usual, right? So because I'm oily, I decided to do this type of technique. I took the Jelly Pong Pong Cosmetics All Over Glow from my BoxyCharm. I got it in the BoxyCharm this month. So I put it all over the high points of my cheeks, of my face, just everywhere, middle of the forehead, everywhere I basically put concealer and highlighter. And I was like, I'm just going to put this under my foundation because I did want to go all out. I wanted to be all, you know, New Year's Eve, festive, all of that jazz, but I am oily, so I do have to be careful or I will look like a greasy disco ball. Those things combined, not a good look. Not a good look. No. So, yes, putting this on the high points of my cheeks, and it gave me that glow. This is a really good highlighter. I really, really suggest it. If you want to make your powder highlighter pop, put this under. Then I'm taking my Mary Kay Full Coverage Foundation in the shade 300 Beige. This foundation is very, very full coverage. I was using this particular foundation because it's just in my color, the color I was at that particular time, and it's very full coverage. It is a natural finish. It's not matte, it's not oily or dewy. It's just a natural finish, very full coverage. It can be kind of thick and harder to blend, so I did spray my face a couple times with the hydrating mist from Derma E. I do that regardless of what foundation I'm using, just because I feel like it makes my foundation look flawless and just apply better. So first I distribute the product with this flat brush, and then I go in with the Real Techniques brush and buff it out even further. I did have a little bit of trouble around my nose. I don't know if you can tell, but it just kind of like, I think I was using too much pressure when I was buffing it in, and it just kind of like went away. I don't know, it was kind of weird. So then I'm taking the Master Conceal by Maybelline. It's my tried and true. I love this concealer so very much. And I'm using the E8 from Morphe, my all-time favorite brush for concealer. I just haven't been using my Real Technique sponge lately. I've just been into this brush. I love it. It's a perfect size. It fits right under the eye. It blends out amazingly. You don't have to try that hard. It just works. It's just that brush that just works. It's a good contour brush, a concealer brush. I mean, you could use this for anything you could think of. It's just perfect. And it just, I don't know, I just like how it blends. It just takes like no real effort. So yes, I'm putting this all over my under eyes, center of the nose, top of the lip. I personally like to drag a little bit of concealer over the top of my lip because otherwise the contrast from the light under eyes, it'll make it look like I have a dark upper lip, which isn't that flattering. Even though it's not dark, it's just that the foundation is darker than the concealer, if that makes sense. So here I just sprayed my face once again with the Derma E Hydrating Mist and blend it out further, making sure I have no creases under my eyes, otherwise I'd be setting them in place and that would not be good. So then I'm taking my Sephora Bright Set Powder. It's a yellow powder and I'm mixing it with the whitest shade in the 35O palette by Morphe, and I'm just making my own concoction of an under eye brightening setting powder. So that's what I'm doing here. I feel like this is a really good combination. You could also mix it with the banana powder from the Anastasia palette. I like to do this. So then I'm taking the Nearly Naked palette from Revlon. I'll put the shades and details down below. Wow, when I was applying this powder, I was like, holy Toledo, this makes you look so poreless and flawless. I completely forgot why I stopped using it, but now I am back on the wagon for sure. I wanted to just keep applying it because I was like, what? What? It literally made my pores disappear. It's insane. Then I took the NYX Bronzer Blush Duo, and I'm taking the bronzer side and warming up my face with it. Well, with this bronzer, I just wanted to do the cheek area because I felt like it was just a little bit too warm for my forehead. I noticed recently when I was looking back on some of my videos that it looks like my forehead is so choppy and bronzy and orange. I hated how it looked, so I decided to switch up the technique. That's what we do. Nobody's perfect. So yes, I'm putting this on my cheeks to warm it up. And then for my forehead, I went in with the e.l.f. Little bronzer. I'll put the name of it down below because it's all rubbed off. And that's what I put on my forehead because it's more cool toned. It's not so orangey, this right here. And it just looks better on the forehead. It just gives it just enough, you know what I mean? And then I also topped it off on the cheeks too because it has a sheen and it makes it look really pretty, but I just put a little bit. Then I took that Sephora yellow powder again, and I took my Real Technique sponge, and I'm cleaning up the bronze underneath the bronzer, kind of like reverse contouring. I haven't been into actually contouring and actually sculpting out the face with a cool tone powder. I've just been bronzing. I don't know. Recently I just have not been into actually contouring. So this is what I do instead. I just do reverse contouring and kind of make it more structured. And then I took a little bit of the Nearly Naked powder, put it on the brush, and then swiped it away, so that it didn't look too yellow, because I'm not dark enough complected for it to look good on me. It looks like I'm just wearing a yellow powder. Then I took my blush palette, took the second shade from the left, and put that on my cheeks really quickly. Then I took the, it's like a cool tone champagne color from the Smashbox Heat Wave. I literally just dipped my finger into it and put it on my cheekbones. Why not, right? It's so like pretty and just beautiful. It gives you such a wet highlighted look. And then of course I went in with a fan brush and blended it out. But yes, this is a really good highlight. It's an eyeshadow, but hey, it's really good for a highlight. So for lips, I put the Too Faced Melted Peony first, then I topped it off with the lip tar from OCC in Lament, and then I topped that off with the Rimmel Show Off in the shade Nude Eclipse to give me a perfect pinky nude lip. And after that, your look is complete, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have an amazing New Year's. Be safe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.